I've been asked many times why I sing. Because it's the why that defines us. It's how we carry on. It's how we tell the world. Music paints life's pictures and is a window into the soul. It grows us. It's medicine to the wounded. It proclaims who we are and states who our God is. It can build us up and give us rest. A song is an overflow of the heart. It's showing you have thankfulness and wisdom of what Jesus has done for us. I'm Heather Smith, and this is Why I Sing.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of This Is Why I Sing. Today I'm going to be talking about my song, This Is My Prayer, Lord. And I thought, what a better setting to tell you about my song than out here on our new place. My husband just plowed up this field, him and one of his friends. We're getting it ready for deer feed, and I'm really excited because we have 2 does on the place that are fixing to give birth any day now, and it's just really exciting to watch this lifestyle and just enjoy the beauty that God has given us. I love the country lifestyle, ranching, farming. It's really fascinating to me. Big responsibility to take care of what God has given us. But like I said, I love it. And this is the setting that I was at whenever I wrote This Is My Prayer. So I was praying very heavily about what my calling in life was and what God wanted me to do, not what I wanted to do in life. So even if it meant giving all this up, just whatever you want, God, I'll do it. And as I'm going over this in my mind and praying about it so much, a friend of ours who is a great evangelist kept coming to mind. And I kept thinking about all the things that he was doing for God and walking side by side with him and just all the blessings that he got out of it. You can hear the coyotes in the background. And I wanted that. I didn't want exactly what he had, but I wanted to have my calling and have those blessings like he did, both him and his wife. And so we were 2 days away from going to studio in Nashville. Tommy Brandt was taking me to Larry Marr's studio to record Lion of Judah and Down Here on My Knees. And this kept coming to me, and I'm still thinking, I'm just going to be a songwriter. I'm not going to be a singer. So I started writing a song about my friend's life as an evangelist and how cool the blessings he was getting from it. And just kind of pouring into the best things, and I thought the things that were most pleasing to God into the song. And I actually called the song the Preacher's Song at first. And it was, I watched the sun come up from the seat of this pickup truck, got a note in my glove box saying, boy, good luck. And I had man, good luck, had brother, good luck. I had different words I could use. And as it went on, as I went to studio, they were like, why are you singing brother or man or boy? I was like, well, because I'm writing it for somebody else. And they said, well, you need to write it for you, as if you were singing it. And then they can change it if they want to, if you're going to pitch it to somebody later. I said, okay. So I changed it to, got a note in my glove box saying, girl, good luck. And it was this amazing thing as I went through it, all the things about headed to a church past the county line, all the wonderful things about if it was putting me in the spot of his place as an evangelist, and all these things I thought would be pleasing to God and what God would want, and getting to walk side by side in Jesus and what it's like to lead other people. And as the song progressed and the storyline progressed about got my Lord and my guitar and this bucket of rust. It was funny because right at that time, a man had run a red light and hit my little car. I was driving around in town taking my kids to school. And I had to drive an old, I think it was a 78 Ford, no power windows, no power steering, no air conditioner. It was 105 outside. And it was funny because the things we said we missed most about more modern vehicles was cup holders and air conditioning. But I had put that, what happens if I had to drive this vehicle everywhere to do this? And so the whole bucket of rust came into effect into the song, and all these little pieces started coming together. And then, of course, I went to studio, and like I said in my Lion of Judah video, by the end of studio, they were all saying, I think this is what God wants you to do, not somebody else. God gave you the songs to sing them. I think you need to be the one to sing them. And so I started going out and just with my guitar and doing acoustics, and we did get some tracks pretty quick, and taking those out and kind of playing with them, almost like testing the waters to see if they were anointed, if they would, minister to people, if they would bless people, if they were effective, if God was in them and working, and if this really was my calling in life. And the more I did it, the more blessings came out of it, and the more joyful we became, and at peace, and like, okay, I'm going to drive all over the country and leave this lifestyle behind for right now, for the season, so that I can follow Jesus wherever he may lead. And it was the beginning of, it's been 4 years now, beginning of an amazing faith walk. And the things I've learned, it's the best way I can describe it. It was almost like it still is almost like being with Jesus, like the disciples, and walking daily with him, and seeing what he's doing with people's lives. And I could really feel, going out and doing it, the hearts of these pastors and these preachers that are just so desperately trying to lead their flock of people. And it was so true, when I wrote it about my friend and how he was trying to lead people, just like dear Moses, I wish I could be. Lord, please help me lead these people through the sea. I saw how effective and how true that was for so many people, not just me. Like, man, I wish I could lead more people to have a more deeper relationship with Jesus. I felt it in other people as well. And the more I sang the song, the more I realized that God had given it for me, and it almost became our ministry theme song for quite a while. It was, please, Lord, let me be a blessing. Let me lead somebody to you. Let me lead somebody in a better faith walk, a closer faith walk. Let me bring somebody back to you. Let me bring the sheep back into the fold. And I know it's not me doing it, but let me walk beside you and watch you do this. And I will say, watching Jesus work day by day is such an amazing, awesome experience. It is joyful, and it's happy, it's peaceful. It's a wonderful, wonderful way of life. It's a wonderful giving up and carrying your cross daily. There's times when, yes, it's hard and it's rough, and the truck breaks down, the bucket of rust finally gives up, or the guitar's out of tune, you're out of tune. But, God always brings you back and always leads you back into that fold, and he never gives up. And he's always asking you, take my hand and walk with me and come watch me. There's no better life out there. And so I told I think it was like 2 years before I told my evangelist friend, like, hey, I wrote this song for you, and I never got to pitch it to you because everything just lined up with my calling, and I ended up singing it. So I still love singing it, and I still love to give out CDs to pastors and preachers and tell them, listen to This Is My Prayer. And I love hearing them like, yes, this is my prayer. Thank you. I love that fellowship and that connection that we have as Christians and being a family of God. And if you're not in the family of God, I invite you to join me on this faith walk and have your own faith walk with Jesus, and just trust and obey, because there's no other way. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And this is still my prayer, Lord. Maybe the deer will come up. I watch the sun come up from the seat of this old truck. Got a note in my glove box saying, girl, good luck. Headed to a church past the county line. Gonna tell of a Savior in this heart of mine. Leaving behind them old fields in the dust. Got my Lord and my guitar in this bucket of rust. This is my prayer, Lord, that I burn with passion. Let me preach of you, Jesus, to ears that'll hear it. This is my prayer, Lord, that I be your servant. When I tell of your glory, may you move in the Spirit. Whoa, just like dear Moses, I wish I could be. Lord, please let me lead these people through the sea. I know that greater love has no man than the one that took the nails in his hands. If only I could make these people see the kinds of things you have done for a wretch like me. This is my prayer, Lord, that I burn with passion. Let me preach of you, Jesus, to ears that'll hear it. This is my prayer, Lord, that I be your servant. When I tell of your glory, may you move in the Spirit. Whoa. Signs of the city start coming into sight. I know that old devil's gonna put up a fight. Lord, please fill me with your Holy Ghost. When the people gather, God, you be their host. Whoa. This is my prayer, Lord, I'll burn with passion. I'll preach of you, Jesus, to ears that'll hear it. This is my prayer, Lord, I'll be your servant. I'll tell of your glory, may you move in the Spirit. They're down there doing something. Fun parts about doing outside video shoots. Photo bombers back there somewhere. Y'all have a blessed week. I hope you get outside and go enjoy what God has given us. And may each of you have the prayer in your heart that you follow Jesus this week. Thank y'all. Tune in next week.
You're the Father, Savior, Redeemer. Oh, sing all believers. I worship you who has made this heart right. I praise you for winning sin's fight. Look what the light